Hey everyone, welcome back to the React Native Expo Mastery series. In today's episode, we are diving deep into the core concepts of React Native: view, text, and image. These are the building blocks of any React Native application. So let's get started. I have already put this command in my command prompt, which is expo init and the name of your project, and then it has been downloaded. What I have to do now, I'll just type here cd and the name of the project, right? So I'll just say here learning native. Just make sure the project name is exactly what you have given right over here. Great. So now I'll just type here quote space dot, so it will automatically open this up in my Visual Studio Code. So now I will just scan up this QR code. Great, so my application is started. Now what I have to come here is I will just come over on app.js file. Now simply here, first of all, you may find this a bit difficult if you're just seeing it for the first time. So I'll just remove this up and start by importing it from the scratch. So I'll just import React, right? So what I'm doing here is I'm just simply importing this React package, right, out of this file. Great. So now I'll just simply type rfce. So this will just simply give me the boilerplate of native. So if this function isn't working on your system, so I will just advise you to download this extension in VS Code. Great. So if I just save this up, you will see a simple black screen. Now I'll just simply remove this diff part from here. Now let's see what this is doing here, right? It is calling a function which is known as app, and we are simply exporting is at an export default and the name of the where which you given here, right? So into this return tab, what I'll do here, I'll just call up the view. Okay, let's just suppose I have used this view tag over here, right? I've just written it. Now I'll just simply click on this, it will automatically import it. Now just make sure whatever you are using, either it's a view, text, button, touchable, opacity, whatever, you have to import it here. Like if you're using text, you will just say here comma text. Now it will give me a type of error, not an error, but it will just decrease its opacity. It's saying like you haven't used text yet, so you can just simply remove this out. So I have this view over here. Now what I've told you, like you have to simply see view as a diff container, right? So if I just say let me just save this up over here, and let's say I'm giving it I'm giving a text inside this, right? And I'm saying hey everyone, or let's just say episode 01. If I just save this, you will not see any text, right? But you will just see an error because you haven't used imported text, right? So if I just save this up, now you could see episode 1 right over here, right? So let's just bring this up down. So I will just use the style. Alright, so just make sure how you have to use style. You will just type your style, then equal to, and you will use double curly bracket. Now inside this you will just apply all the styling which you have to give, right? Let's say I'm going to use font size, right? Let's just import style sheet 2 for using this styles, right? So let's say let's apply font size to be, I guess, 30. So it will increase the font size. Then let's apply margin top. So what's margin top? It will just simply have a white space on the top, right? It will just say 20. You're gonna see like this. Let's just try to give it 80 and save this. Cool. And let's say text align to the center. So what will this do? It will bring the text in the center. So we'll just save this up. You can see like this. Now you will say you will say, hey Vedant, what if I just remove this view property from here, right? So if I just remove here, so if I just save this up, you will see the text is already written here. It didn't give me an error, so why do I use text, right? So if I just simply copy up this text and if I just paste it again, right, so it will give me an error. Why? Because the written property does allow you to give only one item, right? So what basically I'm doing here is I'm using only one item, right? View, and the text is a type of a children of this, right? Now if I want to give this text again, now inside a view, I could just simply give this without any error, right? So let's say I want to test, and let's say this one to be view text and image. If I just save this up, you will just see right here. So let me just decrease margin top a little bit, like 20, and that's how it's looking, right? So I hope you understand this view property and text property, right? So you just simply say that view is a must property you have to use, right? So now let's just come all the way to the image. Alright, so for using the image, you might need the image, right? So I have this image. So this is the URL of this image. So I'll just copy it up and let me just make a new component here that's in image, right? So uh, let me first simply import this image, and you can just use this image either like this, opening this and closing this, or you can just simply use it like in a single line, right? Like you are opening this up here and closing it also here, right? So if I just save this up, great. Now inside this there is one property called as source, right? So inside source, it take a URI, like it's a kind of URL. So if I just paste this my URL up here, and if I just save this up, you won't see any image because width and height, right? This is the must property you have to use. So let's just provide a style, and inside the style let's just say width to be 100, height to be also 100, and if I just save this now, you can just see this image here, right? So let's just increase this a bit, like 200 maybe, like that. Now to bring it in the center, you don't have any property like this text aligned to the center, right? So for that, what you could just use here is you could just wrap up this image inside another view, right? And you will not close up this here, you will close up this after when the image property is being closed, right? Sorry, let's close the view here, right? So if I just save this up, and if I just come on this view and style it a bit, right? Like I'll just simply say that I want display to be flat. So if you have already been used HTML and CSS, so you might know what is the display flex, right? So I'll just come up here and apply the flex to be one. So what does this flex one mean here is that it will use all the size of this device, right? So let's just see here, align items to be center. So what does this align items will do? It will just bring automatically in the center, right, from the horizontal, right? So let's just give a margin from the top a bit. So let's say margin top to be, I guess, 20. Okay, so you just simply give this margin on the view property also, or either on the image property also. That way it is not give you any error, right? So you can just see there's sharp borders if you want to use a corner so if you want to use the rounding, so you just simply say here border radius, and let's just give it maybe 20, 20, and it will apply it here, right? If you want to use a circle image, so you could just simply give it 100 and it will come on the circle, right? So we might use this property maximum time on the upcoming episodes, right? Alright, that's it for today's video. We have covered the view, text and image components which are essential for building your React Native applications. Experiment with these components and see what you can create. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode where we will explore handling user inputs with text input and button. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.